Last week, we took this sad little double and restored it into a fun and solid backyard jump. This week, we are hitting the woods and visiting the Hershey Med Center trails in Hershey, PA. These trails are very fun, with everything from small beginner jumps to massive tabletops. When you roll up to the parking lot, you'll see a road that goes all the way up the mountain. If you drop in on the left-hand side of the road, you'll be able to access the E trails, which are numbered 1 through 5. Drop in on the right-hand side of the road, and you'll find the W trails, which are also numbered 1 through 5. And although these 10 trails are fairly new, there is a lot to them. I will split the overview of these trails into 2 parts. This week we are taking a look at the 5 E trails, which for the most part are mellower than the W trails. And next week we will take a look at the W trails and the wild features that are scattered throughout them. The E trails feature a lot of fun challenges, from technical skinnies to long skinnies, fun downhill sections, and small but fun jump lines. So let's take a full tour of the E trails, starting from the parking lot. Starting upward on the previously mentioned main road, you'll soon come across a trail sign and a hangout spot with a bike repair stand. Pedal a little farther up the main road and you'll come across the E1 trail. E1 has some fun downhill sections and this drop, which can be rolled. This trail is a great warm-up because it'll let you out on E5, which is a green double-track trail that serves as an access road. From E5, you can access the rest of the trails on the east side really easily, like E2. E2 is a fairly uneventful trail. That is until you near the end, where you'll come across a really awesome small jump line, which has one jump that would be great to learn bar turns on. Next up, we have arguably the best trail on the east side, E3, which starts off with this awesome downhill section that starts with a jump. Later on E3, there is once again a fun downhill section that you can torch at full speed that also starts with a jump. One noticeable problem with this jump is how hard you'll have to pedal to hit it because you're starting in a flat area on the trail. But I assume, along with getting to know the trails a bit more, hitting this jump with enough speed will be no problem. At the end of the downhill there is a technical tree skinny. And while I may have made it look easy there, this took me many attempts. From close attempts to just straight up failures. Eventually, I got it for the first time though. Finally. At the end of this trail, there is a massive skinny which I cleaned first try. Both ways. Finally, we end our adventure off with one last trail, E4. E4 is basically just a longer and more technical version of E5. One nice thing about this trail though is that it lets you out in an area that's really easy to access the W trails. Well, that's it for this week's video on the Hershey Med Center mountain biking trails. If you would like to see me go over some jumps like this one on the W trails, consider subscribing to my channel to see that video next week and sharing the video with your friends. Thanks for watching and join me next week for the next video.